Hello, greetings, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name's Lozina Rose, and in today's Hellhole Docket, I will be talking about why I'll be leaving Twitter, or why I am leaving Twitter. Just before we start, I want to say that today will not be any artwork used as footage, but rather some of my Minecraft gameplay footage that I have recorded. Since I got the game like last week or almost 2 weeks ago, I haven't stopped playing it. And yeah, sorry if I also suck at the game. I'm not really used to playing it on a PC. I'm mostly used to playing it on console or tablet. So also ignore the laggy footage. If it is laggy, I can't really tell what it's gonna look like once I'm done editing the video. I'm not sure if having OBS and Minecraft open at the same time with some other Adobe programs that I use for school. So I'm trying my best to get better at content creation on PC, especially since this is the first time I have to use my laptop to record and edit a video. So the audio for this may also be really bad. I'm sorry. I don't have a really good mic for this, but I'm trying my best with what I have, so please bear that in mind. I also want to say that do not harass anyone that might be mentioned in this video. This is not scripted at all. I'm saying everything that comes from the heart. I just want to get this video over with so I can go back and to create my demon code stuff. Something that I have a lot of stuff for. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, let's get into why I'm leaving Twitter, and if it is very sudden as to why, considering most content creators use it as a promotional platform to grow their brand, it's understandable as to why it comes to as a really big shock that I'm leaving. Like, I will explain everything, so let's not waste any more time. It's almost 3 minutes already, and I'll just get into talking. One of the first reasons being is that it's become like a place for drama, not just with like big content creators like KSI, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, stuff like that, but it's also just become a place for drama for also like small communities like Pressure, Dress to Impress, Roblox in general. Even though Roblox has been in controversies like often, it's even like small games that people really enjoy, like it gets into drama because the developers have been exposed for some really shitty behavior. It's not just drama like that, like surrounding developers and the really like famous people on YouTube, but drama that has surrounded me, my friends, and some other people that I am no longer mutuals with, especially since ever since I was in the Murder Drones community, like before I left back in 2023. We were like in drama nonstop with 3 people who I will not name for the sake of not bringing this drama up again, especially since it's been over with and done with for a long time now. I would just leave it to rest already. But those people have still been DMing me on Twitter, and they will not leave me alone. One of them being someone who has a crush on me, but I'm not interested in them at all. The other person who is still following me on Twitter, I don't know why, but even after I exposed them for grooming me, it freaks me out to know that they still responded to some of my tweets and they still follow me despite not really responding to my DM asking them, why are you still following me? That's also just a fraction of some of the dramas that like we've been in. It's like we have been like stalked, harassed. We were blamed for someone like having suicidal thoughts, even though they are suicide baiting like to anyone like nonstop. And in general, in the Dress to Impress fandom, like one of the devs, or I think the main dev, I'm not sure. I might butcher her name because I'm not sure if it's pronounced Gigi or Gigi. But I've seen like some of her really disgusting behavior, and it's like now that community is falling apart, it's no wonder that now the pressure community is also like in shambles, because the devs have been exposed to Zeal and Zerum, I think, have been exposed for being transphobic, homophobic, and ableist. And the Pressure server, which I'm in, and it's full of minors, people who are there because they love the game, and not to kiss the asses of the developers, which is really saddening to see. That people, like, right after when people gain like fame, they turn into horrible people. And it's just, it became really, really hard to enjoy, to be in a community and enjoy it, because the people who own this community, people who are like the ones who made something, and people made a community out of it because they enjoy it, like the fans, like the devs of certain games, it's like they might as well ruin everything for the sake of like, because the fame they get from what they created. And I've heard people say like the fans who built your brand or community can take it all away from you, because they did in fact create and got you and got you to where you are now, because they're the ones who are supporting you and sharing your stuff around, so more people are aware of you and support you as well. And it's really not fair to see that more and more game devs and content creators who were once seen as good people get into controversy and actually be exposed into being really disgusting people right after they get famous. But it's also really heartbreaking for the people who have been there the longest and since the start. It's kind of really like a stab in the back for most people, and it also hurts me because I used to look up to some of these people as well. Like, I never played Dress to Impress because I'm not really into dress-up games, but it's like, it's no surprise to me that the Gigi or Gigi, like however you pronounce their name, got exposed for being an asshole. I mean, it's something to expect nowadays, but it's just like, you have some hope only for it to be for that hope to be washed away as quickly as it came, because the developers and the staff, like some of the staff are like horrible people as well, because like they engage in this behavior, and it doesn't really make a good look for the entire community, because if the devs are the ones encouraging this behavior, imagine what the fandom will do, especially some of the really, really like obsessed fans would do, because if their idol or favorite creator is doing it, no doubt they themselves will do it too, because oh, this person is doing it, I might as well just like join into this type of behavior. And it's like, it just makes everything worse, and that's what will kill a fandom or a community or a game, like a game that the community is based off of. And that is why Pressure and Dress to Impress might as well fall from grace as quickly as it stood, like has, I think. But as also a lot of drama surrounding content creators like KSI, who was crying and pissing in the club on Twitter because DanceTDM made one tweet and he just went like all spazzed out and shit, because I don't know, it's really embarrassing to see a grown-ass man act like that. Logan Paul is just a big bitch. I don't think he's still paid the people who he has scammed from CryptoZoo. And it's really embarrassing to also know that his brother might be an alleged rapist. That's also a factor. And I'm not sure why people cannot stay out of controversy. Mr. Beast is not looking good as well, especially after the Chris Tyson situation. And the fact that he's selling a Lunchly which has mold in it. Like, I am so happy that PewDiePie has been the one to call it out and say that he will not feed his kid because he's a father. The people who are making food products like Lunchly, like Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI are not like actual parents. Well, Logan Paul is now because he just had his newborn daughter. So, but I highly doubt that he would be even be like a good father, especially like the way he's acting on social media. I don't think things would work out for him. The second reason is basically that it's a toxic place. I mean, it's no surprise that it is, but it's become so toxic that it's like after Donald Trump won the election, beta males, specifically like little snowflake little bitches, have been spamming saying "your body, my choice." I do remember the person who said that, like the first person to say that, got doxxed, and it just shows that like, it's like this is in violation. But it's like saying that to a woman in case that oh fuck. I'm sorry, this is not scripted. I'm not really good at this, especially saying something that's not scripted, so I'm trying my best here. He basically said that like, your body, my choice, but then it's like one of the women have doxed him, and it's basically like your address, my choice in that instance. And then in his mind, that's like a violation to his privacy. But saying your body, my choice to a woman isn't saying that like you wouldn't like violate her in a way. Like, that's in a violation to her rights. It's in the same context as saying like, your body, my choice, your address, my choice. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, even though I am not good at debating, even though I do debates in school, but those are only for assignments. I'm not good at debating, nor am I very into like politics or political shit. I would much rather stay away from that, because I know that it's like I'm not gonna be very good at debating anyone in that type of stuff, especially since you can get a lot of flack for that very easily, and it's like something I don't want to really get into. My third reason being is very obvious. Several artists have left Twitter because of this, and it's because of Elon Musk's AI policy. And even like before the latest updates that happened in November 15th, where they basically take users' data to train and develop AI without permission. Before that, there was a feature where you can choose to not allow them to train AI by using your works. But now, in the latest update, which was on November 15th, that feature is gone. So it's like you have no choice but to let the staff on Twitter to use your artwork to train their AI. And this is really upsetting for artists like myself. People who have like dedicated so much of their time to create like a singular art piece and be proud of something that they created, only for it to be stolen and used to train like something that's not a real human being creating those artworks. And of course, this is also like a really big stab in the back, as some people would say it is, because artists have been on Twitter for a really long time. I've only started being on Twitter back in 2020, so I'm not sure what some of the OG artists would think of this, but for me, it feels like a big no-no, and I feel like some of the other artists think the same. This is why I have moved to Blue Skies along with so many people. I remember Blue Skies putting out, like, saying, like, oh, they gained several millions of users in, like, less than a week or, like, less than a day. And that just goes to show, like, how many people have been affected by this new AI policy. And I don't blame them. I agree. This is, like, the big reason why I left Twitter. But it's like, I do have some hope that things might get better, even though there's a slim chance of that ever happening. So that's why my account is locked and private. And I set my Blue Skies link in my bio. So if anyone wants to go follow me on Blue Skies, because they're not going to see anything new from me on Twitter, my Blue Sky link is there, and you might as well go ahead and follow me. That's that. But also, AI has been has been getting a lot of hate from everyone, including myself. I really don't see the point of it. I don't see the point in why people would want to use AI to create art. It's just pure laziness, in my opinion, because you're not using hours of your time to create something that you would be really proud of. Instead, you're letting a robot to create something for you, only to have artistic errors, like the lighting not making any sense, the character having more or less fingers than it should, like the character having more or less fingers than normal, like the limbs being duplicated or outstretched. Like, this is very easy things to point out, but it's like, people who use AI to call themselves artists, they are not artists. Like, let's be honest, like, I don't think they are artists because they have never picked up a pencil and actually drew something if they're using AI. And especially since AI has gotten into a lot of current controversy, especially with deepfakes, which is also why it's very despised in general. The artists have a really big issue with it, and I myself have a big issue with it too, because it's just saying like, oh, people can just use AI to create like what they have in their minds, and it's like, it's very easy to become an artist by using AI. Okay, so the fact that other artists, not people who create paintings, but people who produce music are artists, because that's a form of art. Music is a form of art. So you're telling me that like people can use AI to create music, but then when you listen to it, the lyrics like don't sound like actual words. It's like they're just saying gibberish for a profit. People would rather use AI for profit instead of like I don't know. It's really weird. I think one of the best examples I can use that people using AI for music is the knockoff Hatsune Miku clone Polar. And yeah, it's when you listen to her music, it's like, at first when I listened to it, I was like, oh, it's not that bad, but it's like when you listen to the lyrics, it's not actual words, it's just gibberish. And it really like bothered me, and I was like, oh yeah, this is AI. It's really bad. It's not as good as people think it would be. And I too am of the opinion that AI should not be used whatsoever. I do not like it one bit. And it's like, I don't know why even DeviantArt used AI, especially since people have been spamming the no AI image all around on their profile, because they do not want AI. This is why AI should not be used at all, because people can see the damage that it's doing to actual real artists, then it should be. My fourth reason being, it's basically the same thing as my first reason. It's the drama, and the fandoms or communities are falling apart. I mean, again, no surprise there, especially with what we have seen over the years. The Murder Drones community is, I would say, in shambles. I mean, ever since I left, like, even while I was still in the Murder Drones fandom, I've seen a lot of people, like, argue over ships, people literally drawing not safe for work of minor characters, like, underage characters, because they're robots, so they can't be, like, actual children with real ages. Well, it's like, Uzi is in high school and clearly says in episode 4, like, I think it's episode 4, where he says she's a kid just like us, and people ignore that and just draw, like, not safe for work of the characters, and that really bothers me, because it's like, if a character, like, blatantly says that, like, she's a child just like us, then that should give you the notion that you should not be drawing not safe for work of the character. And that's also, not just that, but people have been, like, especially kids, have been arguing over ships, calling each other's, like, pedos, which damages the community a lot, because it's like, people are there to have fun, not to be accused of pedophilia, even though that word has been watered down so much because of how much it's been used for, like, the wrong reasons. And that also contributes as to why the fandoms and communities are falling apart. Like, not just the fans have a play in this, but the people who make the content, like the devs and, like, the content creators themselves, are also responsible for, in some ways, they are responsible, not like 100% everything that their fans are doing, like, they're not responsible for that, because they can't control their fans all the time, especially if their community is extremely big. But I think that they could at least do something to, like, minimize the amount of toxicity, or, like, the amount of, like, toxicness that is in the fandoms, because I feel like that would be way better than to just sit back, do nothing, and, like, let your community fall apart by a bunch of kids, or, like, people who just say the wrong things, and then, like, drama happens and stuff like that. And this also goes to show, again, I am bringing up pressure from Roblox. The creators in their Discord server have been exposed for transphobic, homophobic, and ableist behavior. And that is extremely disgusting behavior, if I have to say so myself, because this is the type of behavior you do not expect from someone who is some people, actually, because Zerum and some of their staff have been engaging in this behavior, and people have been taking screenshots of several messages and, like, logs of everything that they've been saying, and it's just like, it's not a big shocker that they would eventually do this, but it's painful for the fans, because I don't know how to word this properly, but it's like, you expected more of the developers, like, you expected them to at least have some moral decency, that now that they have this large platform, they cannot and should not be saying stuff like this, because it usually just comes out the wrong way, like, all the time, and this will just garner hate, like, all the way. Even this has been, like, seen in several other communities where the content creators or devs have been, like, horrible people, like, behind the scenes, and that's that's the main reason as to why several like large communities fall apart, because eventually the devs do something that leaves a sour taste in everyone's mouth. This this video might not make a lot of sense. It would have been better if I scripted this, but the thing is, I kind of have to rush this out, especially since I took a long time getting this video together, because the recording the Minecraft footage took a really long time, and especially since I tried to get like really good footage instead of me just like wandering around and doing jack shit and stuff like that. But also because I've been contemplating whether this video was like really needed to be made. Even though it's like, I know for a fact that some people are gonna come after me for saying the stuff that I did say for this video, like, I'm not sure, to be honest. It's saddening, it really is, but what more could you really do about it? It's not the fault of the fandom for liking something and having to fall apart. It's mostly like to the people who created it in the first place. Like, people are there to enjoy something that you made and probably to make it bigger by creating a community out of it, not to have their favorite creators to like become extremely big assholes and just ruin everything for everyone, especially since a game or fandom is really loved by many. I have nothing else to say other than I'm done. I'm done with Twitter. I don't plan on like returning. I do have some small hope that things will get better, even though I am going to be extremely active on Blue Skies now, because even though I am very small on Blue Skies, I have like 37 followers out of the 800 that I have on Twitter. I'm already like experiencing extremely positive communications with creators that I haven't interacted with before, or have interacted with very little on Twitter. And I'm really starting to already grow on the platform, like, despite it being like extremely new to me and me being a really new user to it. But will I return to Twitter? Probably not. Like, never, honestly. Like, my account will still be up because I don't want people to steal my handle and pretend that it's me. So my account will be up, but it's going to be locked and private because I don't want people to steal my handle and stuff like that, especially since my friends have told me the same thing. But to make up for my lack of posts on Twitter, you can go ahead and follow me on Blue Skies. The link will be at the top of the description, because I will not be linking my Twitter accounts anymore, like in the description. I don't want people to follow me on there anymore, especially since I am not going to be active on there anymore. And yeah. Before I sign off, I just want to say that sorry if I stutter or speak too quickly. This video is not scripted at all, because like I said, I had to kind of rush it to get it out, and it's kind of a mess. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I said this before like so many times, but it's like I'm trying to get used to using my voice and like talking on my channel while there's something going on in the background. This is probably not like a very good video or by a long shot, but it's like I'm still doing my best, especially since I have to record the audio for this and edit this on my laptop, which is I'm not really used to, but again, I'm trying my best. I'm doing with what I know. So, but without any further ado, I think I'm done here. So, I I hope to see you guys next time in a new video. Probably some more gaming content or some more art from me. Even though I am an art NOC channel, I do also want to post like some gaming stuff so I can get out of my comfort zone a bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And since I'm really bad at doing sign-offs, I'll see you guys if I'm probably going to be alive from Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, a song from blasting all over my ears, especially in school. Bye bye.